Can you imagine? Imagine this. Imagine Valve going, Steam Deck's out. If you want to play your PC games that you've already bought, that'll be an extra $10.
No one would buy a Steam Deck ever. Yeah.
This is how deep Nintendo's got those claws. And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Vin. That's Jordan. And that's Buddy Holly. From the also Gary
I thought it was Mary Tyler Moore.
I'm not going to fight you on that. I'm not. Together with you, Shadow Realm Dynamic helping us form Cocaine Voltron. We may or may not be joined by one Sandrew Martin. Currently, the power is out in the left side of Canada. Is he on the left side of Canada? Middle?
He is on the right side of Canada.
Oh, where you're at?
No, left side of Canada. Yes.
Oh, I don't know. The other left side of Canada.
Listen. My brain power has been exhausted today. I'm happy I have the power of rational speech.
Listen, if he was like, if he was on the screen right now, it would be flipped the other way, right? Yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah.
What's up? What's new? We got a big show for you. Regardless, man, we were just talking in the pre super shows about. I told Jordan, I've been burning myself a lot this week, dude. I have, man, and I hinted at it. I've been playing around with a cast iron again. I have a couple of cast iron pens. I just haven't had a reason to like mess with them. But a couple of weeks ago, for no reason whatsoever, do you ever just get like that random like food ingredient craving? And I'm like, I want some cornbread.
Yeah, sometimes.
That was just like my thing, and my brain like filed that, and it just happened to pop up when I was at the grocery. I was like, go get some cornbread. We haven't had cornbread in years. And I'm like, you know what? I'll buy a little thing of cornbread. Apparently, cornbread is like one of those things where if you do not maintain that skill,
it just goes.
It's gone, dude.
Is it a skill? I don't know. I don't think I've made cornbread in any recent time.
I had to like, because I thought I was riding a bicycle. All right, so and
that's your first problem. Don't mount the.
I had the tire pump in there and everything, man. Which is a very simple recipe, or so I was led to believe, and like to the best of my knowledge. Which is just cornmeal, water, a little bit of canola oil, and some baking soda. But then the incantation of preheating the cast iron, then baking and pulling it out. And anyway,
there's like the process involved. That's the that's the sauce
to get something out that's remotely edible. And
right,
I fucked that up, dude. Like I couldn't finish it. Like I punish myself when I mess something up. I don't go, I was like, no, this is technically eat it, fool. See, take it, learn your mistake, punish yourself. So then I'm like, F this noise. I went and got my muffin pan. So I've been microdosing cornbread all week.
All right.
Making like little diseased, very, very scientific approach to this. And I think I'm like narrowing in, but I'm out of cornbread and I'm not going to buy anymore. Anyway, that's how I've let myself go this week because I've definitely consumed probably a few extra 1,000 calories of like just empty.
Delicious.
No,
not really.
I would say deliciousness, probably like maybe 12-13% deliciousness out of like what I've cooked versus.
So where was the failure? Like what was the thing that went wrong?
I think it was the baking soda distribution for a lot of them. Because like that's got to be
just
right.
Not well incorporated enough or whatever.
It's a leveling agent. Now this would have been a lot easier if I just used baking powder, but you know, and if you get too much of baking soda in like one area, like it just turns it into battery acid. And the other times was like it's like baking bread, man. Like I spent a long time, probably like 3 or 4 months learning how to like make pizza dough. Like from scratch and like getting really good results using a conventional oven, which there was multiple tricks to that. But same with this, like getting that crispy outside where it's still moist in the middle. Inside. Yeah, like that's what I was aiming for. Yet to achieve it, and we're at the end, man. How about you, dude? What's going on?
Well, I had a busy fucking week. I watched the Omen, the original Omen. And we're talking about that in the pre super shows, and that movie is fucking hysterical. It's so funny. Again, you could replace the soundtrack with like Looney Tunes and you wouldn't miss a beat. It's so good. And I went to a Magic tournament today. Usually
current reigning champion.
It's not quite, but I did okay.
Straight out of Corinth.
straight out of Corinth. I'm the Corinthian champion.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you win 2 out of your 3 games. I did a Mardu mobilized tokens build, and it turned out pretty good, except for that first game where I just got my shit stomped on, and 10-10 dragon just sat on my face, and that was fun.
Okay, now I know this because you put winning and whatever the score. What's your win loss? What's your batting average on this?
So for the most part, I've been pretty good at like 2 wins, 1 loss. Mm-hmm. I did really good one time where I got 3 wins, 0 losses, but I have not been able to replicate that. And I feel I just got like really lucky on that one. But I don't know. I try to use it as like a proxy for like, am I improving at the game? Am I like able to ingest the rules? Am I like better at deck building? Because I definitely picked a more complicated deck to build than I usually do.
Yeah.
And I was able to like, because the event is they give you 6 booster packs and you have to build your deck there. So normally I do 2 colors. This time I did a 3 color, and it turned out reasonably well. And that was like it was like a more complicated strategy that I'm usually used to, and I pulled it off. So like I think it means that my skill level is like remaining consistent, or at least improving enough that like it's I'm getting better. That's the important thing for me.
So what the hell is this? You also posted this picture in the Discord, and I'm like, this is one of those things that I'm smart enough to look at and be like, that tells a story about a thing. Something's going on in this, but I have no idea what it is.
All right, so the short version of it is from left to right. They're the cheapest cards to the most expensive cards in terms of like game resources used to like play them. So typically Sonic Shrieker, that one's a good one. I got a fancy bordered version of that as like a prize pack. Got some okay mana fixing. This is one I got to pop on someone. That was fun. Inevitable defeat, that one was a good one. But yeah, basically the strategy here is play a bunch of aggressive creatures. They generate other creatures that are like temporary, so you have these other guys that you can like eat your own dudes to make benefits, because like normally you would have to like sacrifice a permanent resource, but this generates a lot of temporary resources that you can use in that same stead.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It worked out well.
Have you made any cards yet?
I have. I don't. All the proxies are upstairs in the box because that's like in the they're in the decks where they get used. That's the problem, right? Like,
fair enough.
Yeah. I did open I opened like a $70 card too, which was really cool because.
Did you put it in the sleeve?
I did. It's in.
Is it worth like $2 now?
No, it's still worth like. Even if it was damaged, it'd be worth like 50 or something.
Oh no, I was talking about that other card that like dropped in value, like.
Oh, yeah, the mana crypt.
Yeah.
No, but actually, in the last banned and restricted announcement, one of the main deck that I play and the main format I play got completely banned out, and I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah, that's how it's gonna work.
It happens.
Something we're never going to be able to ban, ladies and gentlemen, is the horse, because it shows up each and every week, and it's not to be reckoned with.
It's evergreen. It's 5-color madness. It's the Steam
Linux. I gotta put that on. Hang on. Did that go away? Everybody,
echo effect off. Echo.
I don't think we're echoing. It says it's off. We'll find out.
I'll believe it when I see it. All right.
Minute.
Downloads, man. Steam downloads are slow as hell, or at least they were. Not anymore. There's a new update to the Steam client.
Great date to release an update.
Yeah, April 1st, buddies. Just joking. Updates to the Steam client should be faster, which is a good thing. Also on Linux, DualSense Gyros won't cause crashes due to timing issues anymore. Apparently there was like a timing thing that was causing games to crash. Also, when I have noticed this too, sometimes the drop-down menus kind of like you click somewhere and then they show up somewhere else.
Yeah, sometimes they'll show up in the left-hand corner and they'll blink and there'll be a square and you're like, really?
That's been fixed. So that's a nice one. That's a quality of life one.
I don't know. I think for like everybody, I can't be alone by any stretch of the imagination when I saw this.
Oh, he's back.
Man, dude, improve the download speed of the Steam client updates, because, you know, I don't have like crazy fast internet. I got like 650 whatever down, and like downloading games like boop, boop, boop. And it's like, oh no, look, it need to download a new client. And like, You know what? I'm going to go make something to drink because it always seems like it wants to download at like 30 megabits a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's ever been too bad for me, but like
you could wait it out. But I'm talking about like the amount of data because it's always like 300 megs or 200 megs, and I'm like that should be
some minuscule.
Right,
yeah,
that I shouldn't even see that. It should just go boop boop and be done. But like it's always like.
Well, maybe our 5-minute wait has been reduced to a 1-2 minute wait.
I don't know, but the other thing they fixed, Jordan, they fixed child accounts and family sharing, getting additional playtime after the child switched to an offline mode.
Oh, I see.
You fucking narcs. Valve, what happened, dude? You used to be so cool.
You changed, man. You used to let kids copy CDs, then you added CD keys.
Dude, listen, I'm trying to empathize with like 9-10-year-olds, but like I'd be mad if I'd known about that hack.
Yeah.
Also, you got some good parents if they already knew about that too, like, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I guess it was like I didn't even know that you could set playtime on Steam. That was something I learned when I read that, and I'm like,
huh. I didn't either. Huh.
Yeah. Pretty dope. So, yeah, and, you know, a couple of areas, and I used to run the beta client a lot, and I quit doing that because everyone runs the beta client until you've had like the experience. Like, to me, I'm a slow learner, so it was like the third time it just crapped out on me for whatever particular reason.
Oh, you got to do the Steam dash reset. yeah. Then you got to sit through that Steam client re-downloading again.
All right. I am still a big fan. Talked about this on Weekly Daily Wednesdays. Go back and listen to it if you want. The show we do on Wednesdays, this podcast, is April Fools in tech journalism. I love it. Ever since OMG Ponies on Slashdot. Like
your yearly reminder to never believe anything you fucking read on the internet.
Yes, and that usually clicks in by 1 p.m. of like, right, that didn't happen. What is the date? Yep, that's today's date. But still, I still love it. It is frustrating, but I love getting got. You know, and I got by It's Foss. I was like halfway down the article. They were talking about the XKCD of like, there's a new package manager that unifies Flatpaks, Debs, apt, DNF. And I'm like, because a part of me is like, that'd be kind of cool. Then we got down to like, and Mark Shuttleworth was stunned and in terror. And I'm like, oh fuck. All right. No. All right. Not real. Not real.
You had me in the first half. I wasn't gonna lie.
Dude, good job. It's Foss. But I'm still a big fan when the internet just does something fun for the absolute hell of it. I feel like we've just lost that skill. I'd love to bring it back. So when I saw this over at thegamer.com, all this is going to be in our show notes, is, well, a Steam game from 25 years ago, because I had to look that up.
Yes!
Ricochet, baby.
My favorite fucking Half-Life 1 Gold Source engine game.
Is that like a real screenshot of like, I guess?
No.
Okay.
I think this is an edit because the face is too good compared to the body. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe they gave it an HD remake. I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, but like Ricochet, we were talking about Tron in the pre super shows, and go watch that. But if you wanted a Tron-esque game, this was it. And like, yeah, you had to knock people off the platforms while they were jumping, and I thought it was a cool idea. I was always hoping for like a Ricochet source, or like Ricochet on the Source 2 engine, or like VR Ricochet for the HTC Vive. I would buy one, maybe.
We'd like to think that we would, dude. And you know, I've genuinely never played this game, and I like watched some video playthrough of it. And I think a good way to explain it, if you're from back in the day or a retro gamer these days, if you imagine like all the Quake 3 arena bouncy maps with the jump pads using the Ripper, the buzzsaw slinger from Unreal.
Yes.
I think would be an accurate description. So why are we talking about this? Well, let me tell you. To celebrate the April Fool's Day, the Half-Life fans, apparently there's a community dedicated to fanning on this game, which I also love. That made me feel good, man. They looked at it, and this is an online multiplayer game from 25 years ago, right? You don't even have to pay Nintendo a monthly fee to do it. So the all-time player count for this game, and there's 25 years, and a lot of this time Steam's been around and people have been tracking it, was 95. 95 players. And I'm like, I thought more people were going to play that. Oh, and another thing, I had no idea that this got a Linux port in 2013, because when we get
with all the other Gold Source Half-Lives.
Okay, that must have been what it was, because that initial salvo of Linux ports, the Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. I remember talking on this very show, like, where's Ricochet? And they snuck it in later on during the time, and I missed it when it was on sale for 49 cents. Curses, because I looked all that up and I'm like, here's the good news. They put out the Rico symbol or whatever they got to do. And they're like, let's all get together. Yeah, let's set a new record for April Fool's Day. And they did just that.
It's the Don Rickles signal. It's just
all-time players peak, baby. Look at this. 353 players, man.
Nice. Yeah.
That, I wish I'd known about that, because I've been like, that would have been dope. Why? Let me tell you why that's dope. Because it immediately went back down to 654, 654, 7654.
So some people got fucking stepped on when they walked into this game with the remaining like 6 people who actually played this shit. And they just got bodied.
Okay, all right. That's what I got to imagine. 248 people were consistently just getting slaughtered the entire time.
Yeah. Like, no, it's the same thing with like going into any like public open arena server. Those people have been there for like 20 fucking years. It's a solved game at that point.
That's wild, man. Yep. Love to see it. And it's definitely back down to the old time levels, but it's still alive and kicking. Up next,
Sanic running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Got to follow my rainbow. So this is this is a decompilation of Sonic Advance 2, which is pretty neat. It is just taking the old Game Boy Advance game. This is from the early era. This is like GameCube, Game Boy Advance, where it's like, oh my god, Sonic games on Nintendo? What the fuck kind of bizarre universe have we slidered into?
My mind.
Yeah, right.
Where's Nomad 2?
If you were like an 80s 90s kid, like this was like blasphemy, but it was blasphemy or victory depending on what side you fell on. They have a decomp of Sonic Advance 2. You can use it to make Game Boy Advance ROMs that you can run in Visual Boy. You can load it onto one of those carts and run it in like a DS or a Game Boy, or they have a SCL2 binary.
Memories.
Yes, and they have these mini games. Yep.
That shit blew my mind on the Mega Drive.
So this is still a work in progress though, so they're still not quite done with Collect the Rings and the Chow Garden as well. But yeah, this is pretty neat, and I love that, like, as part of the decomp, they're like, oh yeah, and also you can export it to the original console as well, because that means that you have like a solid port. Shout outs to the Pokemon ROM hacking community.
What they do?
Because they've developed a shit ton of tooling for ripping apart Game Boy Advance games and pulling out sprites, pulling out sounds, and just like generally reverse engineering like the tech. And so a lot of that was leveraged into making this. So yeah.
That's dope. I want to give them a shout out on their, it's just SA2. Link in the show notes. Look for it, the decomp. On your GitHub page, though, okay? No screenshots. Not a one. They don't exist. They're not there. And you know what? I was going to be like, hey, they probably got everything on their website. This is their website.
Lions.
Yeah.
They're going up. They kind of petered out for a minute.
As somebody who didn't have a 3DS or anything, I had no idea. Like, I had to go to YouTube and find a video of like, what did this game even look like? Because to me, it is still blasphemy playing Sonic on a Nintendo device. But yeah, put a screenshot in there too. Come on, man.
Yeah. But I mean, the GBA was pretty cool. It was a mini Super Nintendo, basically.
Was there ever like? Well, I guess that would have been it though. What was before the GBA? Was it just like the GB Color?
Yeah, the Game Boy Color, and then just like the OG Game Boy in the pocket.
Then it went to the 3DS, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, completely. What was the little mini Game Boy?
The Game & Watch? No, so they made like a really, really tiny Game Boy Advance.
All right.
That I think was the Game Boy Micro, GBA Micro, I think was what it was called.
One of my employees like left it at the bar, and I'm like, the fuck, and I picked it up as like Mario, and I fucked around with it for a minute, and I'm like, I'm gonna fuck up somebody's save, and I was like, this is dope as fuck. Yeah,
I gotta put this down before I lose hours of my life. Right?
I don't need this headache here, but it was.
Yeah, this is like you find a little thing on the floor or on the ground, like in a parking garage or something. It's like, oh, Mario, and then you get mugged because you're busy playing Mario, and the guy sneaks up behind you and steals your shit.
Let's stick with the Sonic theme. Couple of new games coming out as well on Steam. One that we talked about during the Demo Fest.
Yeah, the Next Fest, I believe.
Yeah, man. I just downloaded it, played it for a bit, and I'm like, well, this looks like that. The art looks pretty good. And it's Haste. It's officially out now. This is, you want to talk about like Sonic Unleashed. This is like this with random, procedurally generated skill trees and no way to convey. Actually, there's a very easy way to convey they nailed the sense of speed is by downloading the demo, which is still available.
It is very fast, yeah. And then you get fucked up. You run into a wall and you're like, oh no.
Oh, sweetheart, man. I hope they fixed at least in the demo because it is procedurally generated. Most of the time it does a great job, but sometimes it will straight up drop you into a level and shoot you immediately off the side of a cliff to your death.
Yeah, and like the other thing that I still didn't get used to at the end of my time playing the demo. There is no jump. You got to launch yourself and catch yourself on the down go and maintain your momentum. It's a little bit like Action Hank almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
perfect.
3D Action Hank.
Dude, this is one of those games. It's currently 20% off for its launch, $15.99, $19.99 normally. Honestly worth it. Bumping soundtrack, the art in this, and it runs like an absolute champ on Linux. Native port, no problems there.
Tarball installation, yeah. But now, pop quiz hotshot.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a valid tar command from memory without looking it up?
I mean, yeah.
There's XKCD Decomp, I guess.
You want to be for XF or XZVF?
XJ, capital J for the XZ compression.
Oh, great game. I'm not gonna buy it. Nothing wrong on your end. Anybody? This is like one of those things because much like Action Hank, I could see myself really getting involved in that mechanic and trying to roll credits on this game, and I don't have that kind of time anymore. So,
I got bills to pay,
dude. What do we got up next?
Up next, it's kind of like SkiFree. It's kind of like Zoolander. It's called Skilander.
That was Santa?
Santa.
Oh.
It is on the build engine, and it is the first FPS, first-person skiing game, according to these guys. Tactical first-person skiing, I should say. I do wonder if you get to shoot the Yeti in this one. You do. I guess you gotta run over Santa. You gotta and also you gotta make good time as well. And apparently you can master a skill called snow quelching, which sounds fucking dirty as hell, man. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't think I want to necessarily know.
Is it like squelching?
I hope it not. Otherwise, we might have to get swifty. But it needs a post 2010 CPU. Also, apparently, there's a weird AI disclosure on here where it says some of the assets weren't created by generative AI. So most of them were, and some of them are. Yeah, snow quelching. What the fuck is snow quelching?
I don't know. 6 funky tracks utilizing Ken's own KDM digital music for some. Okay,
it's not KM/FDM. It's just KDM.
These Linux requirements, dude. I love it. OS and Ubuntu 1804 LTS. That's your standard print and print. Linux Mint, whatever is on Steam Deck.
Yeah, but this AI content disclosure. Some of the assets in the game are not generated with an AI, so that means most of them are. I don't know. This is a very strange sense. But
that's kind of gangster when you think about it, though. Fuck you all. You try to find the ones that aren't.
Jeez, man.
What is it? Can we get it's free to play? Yeah, just go download it.
And then maybe you can master snow quelching and tell us what it is.
Yeah, you get about the art style in this is very Duke Nukem 3D mixed with Carmageddon.
A little bit, yeah. I got some Carmageddon vibes from it, definitely.
Yeah. Go give it a check. All right. Oh, game updates. You want to take this one?
Oh yeah,
this is yours all the way. Yeah.
This one's dumb as hell, man. So we all love romance in games. We love taking a pile of pixels and trying to put our dirty mouths on it. And go.
Well, I know for a fact he's kind of a dirty boy.
Oh, he is an incredibly dirty boy. Anyways, one of the games that you can do this in is Stardew Valley. And Stardew Valley has a Linux port and has a lot of fan content for it. And one of them is they implemented the NPC companions from Baldur's Gate 3 as people that you can play in the game in romance, in Stardew Valley anyways. And they had a little Baldur's Village thing. And then they got DMCA ticked down. Nexus Mods was hosting the mod. It got taken down, apparently by an automated scan. Wizards of the... So
he just wants to plow the field, Jordan.
Yeah, so this part is funny because Sven Wink, the plow your field. The guy in charge of Larian, he's like, was told of this mod. He's like, this is great. Yeah. I fucking love it. You have my blessing. And Wizards of the Coast is like, no, not allowed. Well, apparently the AI scraper that enforces their copyright says no, not allowed. It has been returned to the land of the living. But it really seems that WotC is having some bad luck with these AI scrapers. I feel so bad for them. I do.
Well, we think it might be AI, but then again, it could be Wizards of the Coast, dude. You know,
send the Pinkertons over to your fucking house.
I mean, you know, just beloved rights holder, right? So, yes. You know, you always want to give them the benefit of the doubt. And, you know, they're thinking, hey, Jordan, we need to protect the family-friendly IP that is Baldur's Gate 3 from just, you know, they just don't want it associated with that just nefarious, the wretches that play the literal hellscape, just the worst of the worst people who play Stardew Valley. Like, they're trying to keep their innocent, family-friendly game away from those weirdos. It could have been that, or you know, it could have just been a dumb AI bot.
Indeed,
I wouldn't bet.
Again, given their past track record, yeah, I don't know.
We'll never be able to finish.
It's back up though. Will we ever be?
No, they got rid of the online thing.
They got rid. Are the servers down? Is that it? Boo!
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's $60 game. Get wrecked. It's single player.
Yeah. Oh man, they like promoted the hell out of that thing too.
Oh my god. Like,
it was like some Pagliacci shit. Watching everyone playing this game, trying desperately to not shit talk it because they were paid absorbent amounts of money for that.
All right, Gandalf, I was there. I remember watching JP stream it with a co-cartage, and they were struggling, dude, to be like, oh man, this is not good. I want to play it so bad, and I think we got like 3 episodes into that.
We did. We got a ways in. Yeah, and there wasn't a bad game under there. They just needed to like fix the shit.
Ultimately it was functional enough to where it was playable, but it wasn't janky enough to be entertaining.
Yeah, and like again, I could see what they were trying to do, and it's like, this could be fun if the game mechanics like actually worked.
They could have patched that into a good game, is what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, fucking No Man's Sky, man. That is like the fucking turnaround beauty queen shit of the year, man.
I mean, you got like success stories like that. Even like Starfield, they got that in a workable state.
Cyberpunk.
Yes, Cyberpunk. Yes,
Cyberpunk.
But what they did with this was like fuck off for a couple of months and come back with like paid DLC, which is the character. I'm like, get the hell out of here, dude. It's like, fix this laundry list of like all the things that's wrong. Like, no, give us more money.
We'll get to it. We'll get to the part 2 of this in a little bit.
Yeah, dude, because it's in 2025, swapping makes me feel good, dude. I did a legitimate double take when I saw this in the Steam newsfeed, because we've covered, reviewed, and just generally played a lot of Linux games over the last decade. So sometimes like visual cues are like, I think I played that. Is it in my library? I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, no, I definitely have this in my library because I scroll past it all the fucking time. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, rightfully, you would forget about it because, this is a game from 2013, and they're doing a maintenance update on it. And I'm talking about the Swapper, dude. It is out. There's a bit of a changelog, and it's not every day that we see games from 2013 getting updated. And, you know, in their credit, there was an update in 2014 which added Linux support. I'm like, oh, I bet that's when we played it in 2014. Looked that up, had to download it and give it a check, because if you look at it, I think
it was in a bundle. I think that's how we got it.
Might have been, dude. And you know, the Steam page is still there. $14.99, dude. I was like, but it says it's Windows only right now. But if you download it, there's still a Linux repo, and like you can jump into the beta, and it's still being actively updated. I went and checked it out, and you know, These are the same guys. Their other game is Noita, the crazy wizard game. You know, the pixel. Yeah. I was like, that's kind of a jump.
No, I think it's the publisher.
Oh, whoever. They've done two things.
Yeah.
And yeah, there it is. So what? Look at that, man. They still got that whole thing up there.
Oh, man.
That's a Steam controller, kids.
Oh, you mean this thing? This very dusty thing?
Mine's not dusty. See, yes, props that we use for the show. That thing. It's the thing we occasionally hold up. I have another one, brand new in box. How much would you pay for that?
$5 and a copy of Rocket League.
Yeah, $5. Paid more for shipping than I did for the Steam controller. Should have bought more. But you got to opt in for this one. The beta 2025 branch brings audio fixes, input fixes, and a couple of just graphical updates. Like they've just fucked off for all this time, came out of nowhere, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to fix this up." I was reading in the forums, people were like, "Yes, I might be able to finish the game," because they were stuck in certain spots. I might come back and give it another play because it looks like a well done game. It was just
you like swap body parts and stuff. And,
and I think what mainly I'm remembering about this, because you're a dude in a spacesuit, and if you watch Doctor Who turned off the lights, right?
Yeah,
that's all that was going through my head.
Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy? Oh man. All right. So we got a report. Mir says it was a fun game. All right. I didn't get stuck. Apparently I only played it for like 14 minutes. I'm like, that's enough of that. So is as it is. Now, emulation is one way to play your classic retro hipster pixel games, but more and more, I recently talked about Sonic Unleashed is decompilation and rebuilding it. This started off with like Mario 64 getting that first byte perfect copy, and another project that has been chugging along, sailing the seas of like legal get fucked Nintendo is Ship of Harkonnen. Is it Harkonnen? Harkinian?
Harkinian? Yeah, I think it's Harkinian. I was just going to start off with the Link. He come to town. He come to save the Princess Zelda. This time on your modern PC. This is a re-implementation of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. There is actually a Majora's Max version as well. It's called To Ship to Harkanian, which I really like.
Oh, I'm here for that, man.
Yeah, fair, bravo, fair enough. But they have a new alpha out. It is at Alpha 009. How's the stuff I was interested in was the randomizer feature.
I respect this. Yeah.
Oh no, it's real. These guys have it going on.
I retract that. This is infinitely more gangster. All right.
Yeah. Okay, well now we have to do Tiny Head Link Run. Oh yeah, no, but it implements Ocarina of Time. It has all the Master Quest stuff. Most of the features here are for the randomizer, which I really think is a cool idea. Randomizer runs are a great way to, if you've played a game a million fucking times, to just move all the items around. You don't know where anything is anymore. You gotta like figure out everything again, and it's kind of like it's the first time you ever played this game. People are like, if you could have like one game erased from your memory.
Hang on. Excuse me. Well, I'll come back here.
Oh yes, but it's not the cursed AI versions.
I don't care. Winning. I just love these people now. Wait. Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah. No. These guys have the juice. I'm gonna say it. But yeah, they have a bunch of new randomizer features. The seed generation's a lot faster. There's an open waterfall setting. I don't know what that means, but you can open it. You can skip the get item animations. Although, why would you want to skip the? That shit's great. I love it. It's like the best part. I guess if you've like played through this game 9 billion times, maybe you want to skip it. But you can also shuffle boss souls, ocarina buttons, pots, crates, grass. Fairies, all this stuff is in the show notes. But if you've played the shit out of Ocarina of Time and you wanted a little spicier extra something, check this out. The last Zelda randomizer I saw was it was a crossover Link to the Past Super Metroid randomizer where you could find Zelda items in Super Metroid and you could find Metroid items in Zelda, so you had to go back and forth to get all the stuff. And I thought that was a really cool idea.
That sounds like a great game to watch somebody play.
Yeah.
Like the randomizers, I'm fascinated with. I don't think I would personally get a kick out of them, but dude,
I was doing Pokemon randomizers for a while. Those are a blast.
this one now has GameCube controller support. So, I've been, I know that they've never went on sale, nor shall they ever, because, Nintendo released like the retro USB controllers.
Yep.
That are $70 fucking. I'm like, guys, can't do that.
Yeah, but you want that USB N64 controller just to frame.
The thing is like one of my little bucket list things is to finish a playthrough of Ocarina of Time. No, but not for like $70, dude. So there you go. Symlink ROMs on Linux. That's pretty cool. VSync on Mac and Linux, and Sparkles for Greg.
It's about time. Greg has been lacking sparkles for far too long.
Greg's been avenged, dude. Have you
it's new Greg, not old Greg though.
Oh, fine. Fucking Greg, dude. At least he's not Craig, right?
Yeah. Fucking Craig Christ.
Craig Christ, man. I had a good time with Sonic Unleashed. I got Sonicked out. These things just make me so happy, knowing that people are taking the time and they're building what Jordan said, the tooling to make this stuff easier as it goes on. And there ain't nothing Nintendo, Sega, anybody can do about this. This is, at least in North America for the most part, this is covered legally, dude.
It'd be hilarious if Sega cut them a check, though.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Put Sonic in here.
Yeah.
I like these
Sonic's
guys.
Ocarina hug.
No, Sonic is the Ocarina. He's like, hi.
No, Sonic is Navi. Hey, listen! Gotta go fast!
Link better have like the fucking T2 shotgun. Mario Kart is out, and we need to talk about it.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, the Switch too, yeah.
Yeah, we got two pieces of regular news for this week. So this is from Screen Rant. Links again, all this stuff is in our show notes. Nintendo Direct, we have a Switch 2 announcement.
You know what? You gave me what I needed, Nintendo. Thank you. You gave me three
you got your Silksong.
seconds of Silksong. This is 2025. And unlike 3 years ago for the Xbox Summer Games Fest, where the Silksong was up and everybody replied Microsoft, and they were like, all these games are coming out in 2023. And Microsoft said, guaranteed every game that you saw. And Silksong didn't come out, and we've just been waiting. I was discussing this with the TM2 crew. My Trackmania brothers and sisters, come play with us on Tuesdays and Fridays if you want. Bang Track and chat. Nintendo is would disappear your ass. It doesn't seem like Team Cherry would want to tango with
Yeah, no, there's a guy in a full-on Mario costume with just a gun behind their head. It's just
not even I would think of what's Xbox? Oh, some PR guy is going to be angry at you.
Oh no, it's Mario and Donkey Kong dressed as Jules and Vince from fucking Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I would legitimately be worried about you're gonna put a hit out on us, dude. So I'll still believe it once Silksong is downloading. I'll think about it. But back more the big news from the announcement.
Would you pay $100 for it? Tax included. Mario Kart
Shut up,
World
GTA.
costs $80 and the internet isn't happy, so saith screenrant.com. Yeah, the new prices for these Switch games have been announced, and they bumped up from $69.99 or $59.99 US to $79.99 US. Here in Canada, we've been living that life for a while. So that's going to bump it up to about, with tax for me, if I wanted to buy a Switch game, that's about $100. It's $95.77 or whatever. It's $100. This will bump it up to closer to $120, and that's
for the digital version.
For the digital version, and which is icing on the cake, because the physical version is also the digital version. It just comes with a little decryption key on the cartridge, so that you can download the game and decrypt it. They really, really want to make it super fucking hard for CU2 to get any of that game data. They learned their lesson from the first Switch. They are locking this shit down, and they are punishing people for having the gall to even consider pirating these games. But that's the thing. Some people will just pay the Nintendo tax. People will just pay out money for this. The Switch 2 costing was $550. It's in the realm of Steam Deck, right?
Oh, see, that's where I'm going to be going with it, man.
Yeah. To hand it off, right?
All right, yeah. So, yeah, we can all agree with Jordan here, man. The Nintendo, the Nintendo faithful, everybody knows that person. You got
the Mario Bros.
Yeah, I was talking to Ogie last night. He's like, I'm going to buy it. He's like, I gotta play the new Mario game. I have nothing to do about it. And like, all right, that's cool. The faithful, they're going to buy it. Nothing you can say. Not going to change your mind. Hell, they'll probably. Did you see this? Like, they're selling. You have to pay for the tutorial game for the Switch too.
Really?
Yes, it's like $6.
Okay, the thing that got me is they're like, oh, you know, some games you can pay to have them upgraded from Switch 1 to Switch 2 games. And they're like, with Pokemon, they're like, you may experience some performance improvements. It's like, what the fuck? Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are buggy as shit. They run like ass. You can't even promise to like make them run like normal, and you're charging money for that on top of it just so you can play it on the new fucking console.
Run it through an AI upscaler. Come on, we're Nintendo, bro. You knew the deal when you listen.
It's fucking obscene,
have your signature
man.
over here in blood, so shut up.
Yeah. Again, shout outs to the Pokemon ROM hacking community for making actual good Pokemon games.
Yeah, dude. Like $80. We'll get into that in a minute, but here's what I'm thinking about, man. You know, the whole reason I wanted to bring this up, just put it in the show doc, you know, the $80 for the game is just kind of like tip of the iceberg, because I think some people are going to think, because this is going to be the first time that I can think of in like modern, you know, AD, you know, that Nintendo has released a handheld that didn't compete against the last Nintendo handheld. There's never been a viable competitor on the market since
the PSP wasn't. The PSP wasn't even like. Not really. No.
The N-Gage.
Maybe the N-Gage. I'll give it to Nokia for that one.
They tried, man. But like, I'm not even joking around, dude. Like the last time, you know, there was a player 2 in the handheld space. Yeah, I guess at the best we could like the PSP, right? But
yeah, maybe the Neo Geo Pocket.
Yeah. Well, and like all of those numbers are pretty low compared to, you know, what we got right now, because, you know, we got the Steam Deck, current estimation of like 6 million shipped Steam Decks, which, you know, tiny compared to the Switch, but that's still, you know, legitimate option here in 2025. Like the Steam Deck's not brand new. They got most of the kinks worked out of it. Most of the games are just going to work. People figured out how to dial in the performance profiles. And more importantly,
it's going to be as good as on the Switch, right? Or better.
Well, people were showing off the We Have Bloodborne at Home game, right? And I'm like, that looks like a really nice PS4 game.
I thought it looked like a 360 game, honestly. Like maybe PS4, but
this is the thing. The most important thing about all of this, especially in these trying times that are heading like a freight train here to us, you can pick up some absolute bangers and steals on PC titles during the sales. Yeah, and if you already have a PC library, guess what? It works on the deck. You don't have to pay $10 to. Can you imagine? Imagine this. Imagine Valve going, Steam Deck's out. If you want to play your PC games that you've already bought, that'll be an extra $10.
No one would buy a Steam Deck ever. Yeah,
this is how deep Nintendo's got those claws where people go, because this is what Ogie. I'm not throwing you under the bus. Yeah. He was like, yeah, they're being reasonable too, and it's only $10 for the upgrade. They didn't blink.
Yeah,
and I'm like, huh. All right. And you've powered your way out of that, right?
Like, yeah, it took a lot of fucking abuse before I decided, no, Bobby, I don't want any more cocaine. I'm gonna step away. I'm going to Big Daddy Watsy and play Magic now.
So this is going to be interesting when people are sitting around, because you got like a $500 buy-in for this thing, or like $450 without a game. So, you know, you're going to buy the $500 one because it comes with the game that should just be a pack-in. For the $450, or you're looking at a Steam Deck for like getting into that at like $399. Like there's options if you're not the Nintendo hard, where you're like, I have to play the Zelda, you know, the first party stuff. If you can just wait on that, there's legitimate competition. So there might be people, you know, giving the Steam Deck a little bit of a side eye. That's why I wanted to put it in the dock this week, and that's what I wanted to just go over, because I'm curious to see how it's going to shake out. For like just normies, people have never bought a handheld, and they're like, I need a portable gaming machine. Do I look at the Switch 2, which is now $500 mothering dollars? It's not $250. It's not $300. It's $500, dude. And they're like,
Yeah, if you're gonna be paying low end PC prices, you might as well buy a low end PC, right?
Low end PC, and especially if you're gonna have Steam OS on all these other devices, there's gonna be some options out there. Even more higher power.
Oh,
than
dude, yeah. Even like the secondary market, I can imagine that like when the Legion Go comes out, there's gonna be a shit ton of refurb Steam Decks on Steam Store for like dirt cheap.
Right. So I'm curious. Like, is this thing gonna? Because it's not gonna fly off the shelf crazy. Do you think Nintendo's gonna sell out day one on these things?
I think they might get like scalped day one. I don't know.
I'd be surprised.
Aren't they like refusing to give inventory numbers or something? I heard something to that effect. I don't know.
Hey, we're not going to change anybody's mind that is like tied into the ecosystem. They got you, but when do you think Nintendo's just going to make their own iPhone?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
That's got to be coming because they're never going to release their games on mobile proper. So they're just going to release their own mobile.
Maybe, or it's gonna be something weird because they're all about like the social innovation stuff, right? Like the 3DS had like Street Pass, and there's an equivalent thing on the Switch, I believe.
Did you see the social innovation? They've invented this thing. I saw it in the Nintendo Direct, where you can press the C button, and I'm like, I can think of a few C words. I'm not going to say them on stream. Does it say that when I press it?
The C button.
And it pops up a voice chat so people can scream at each other. It does.
That's terrible.
No, it pops up like 4 little things. You can have like 4 people in a group voice chat. What? And what?
I just had an idea. You remember on the NES, there was the likes in the original Zelda that the only way to kill them was on the Famicom. You had to scream into the microphone.
Yes.
This is except now, in order to kill the bad guys, you got to scream profanities at their mother.
Oh man! Now, to their credit, Nintendo, you did it good. They were demoing, in the promo for like Mario Kart, and they hit the C button, and like everybody got in chat, and the performance tanked. Like they showed they were like, yeah, it's bad when you light this up. That's it. All can be forgiven because we got a Piranha webcam.
Oh, I thought this was just going to be a thing that like spies on you. This looks like an inconspicuous bug that you would like leave in an office or something.
Oh man, no, this is dope as fuck, dude. It like closes up. Like I'll give them credit where credit's due. Like that's pretty fucking cool, right?
That's pretty funny. I'll give it to them. I guess this is going to be like their version of the Kinect or whatever.
Oh, it's from Hori.
Ooh,
all right. USB-C webcam, pretty dope. Yeah, and I think a lot of people are terrified, petrified, and stupefied that $80 is going to help normalize. What I've heard repeated over and over and over this week is $100 for GTA 6, which you can't use that, whatever that game, because Rockstar can charge $200 for that, and people will still buy it.
Well, and like
that's a game that comes out like once every decade.
Right. I was gonna say, like, if you imagine the fucking like the Steam Horse looks like fucking beautiful compared to the bludgeon job they did on GTA 5, right? Like that thing's been going on for fucking ever. Yeah. So like, given the longevity of it, yeah, maybe $100. Will you get $100 worth of entertainment out of it? Probably, if you bought in, yeah.
Oh, dude. Speaking of horses, man, did you see people were playing The Last of Us 2 on Steam Deck? That game's out. I haven't played the first one yet because you have not gotten that price right. It's on my wish list, by the way. But I saw on our Steam Deck people were playing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
And you got to check out this innovation.
Multi-horse drifting.
Dude, horse strafing. I love it.
Man, I kind of want that in Red Dead Redemption. Strafe with the horse.
Let's go, dude. Let's put a spoiler on it, man. The Tokyo horse.
No, no, it's like equestrian Quake. That's what I want to see. Quake on horseback.
I'm here for it, dude. Before we get out of here, I always want to take a moment to bitch about the lack of AV1 on a particular platform. I'm not going to call anybody out in particular, but lo and behold, it's kind of strange. At least once every other week, I find something well written at The Verge, and it's pretty well done. Emma Roth wrote this. Link will be in the show notes if you're just skipping over to this point. The AV1 is supposed to make streaming better, so why isn't everyone using it?
Why then?
Reasons. Good. Look over there. Yeah. So decode, AV1 encode, AV1 decode. Decode's pretty much been done, man. We've had that figured out. It's even available on like budget ARM SoCs. You don't have to worry about it. And, I was reading through this article and it reminded me of like one good thing about AV1. Everybody just completely ignored the absolute hell out of H.266, which is, yeah, the Impact Alliance. They're like, hey, we got a new thing you can license. They're like, yeah, cool. No. And what do you guys say? How many years into AV1 are we now, Jordan?
7. 2015, I believe, is when it came out.
7 years. That's kind of wild, man. And yeah, decode's like its thing, even if you don't know. Like even
or 2017.
Yeah,
whatever.
Like I think like even the 20 series, it might have been the 30 series that had decode on it, but the 40 series from NVIDIA had encode. Intel first gen Arc had encode. Your modern like Jordan's
7,000 series and above.
Yeah, they have AV1 encode on them, and it's pretty common.
I guess there's still a lot of old Android phones out there, and one of the main problems is like the software-based AV1 decode. Mobile just like fucks your battery.
Now, I'm surprised anything would force, because like YouTube won't. YouTube has a big old basket of formats it'll feed you. Like, and even on like if you're trying to watch AV1 YouTube on Firefox on Linux, you're watching VP9, baby, because that's what it's going to default to if you don't like manually force it into it, which is always kind of wild. But this is all just a ruse so I can bitch about Twitch, basically, because I'm still waiting on that all this time later. Here we all are. Multiple years later, Discord has AV1. Like, it's had AV1. YouTube's had AV1. And I'm sure every other streaming, I'm sure Kick supports AV1 for sake, dude. And Twitch is still working on the enhanced broadcasting beta, which, if you don't know about that, it's this idea of letting you do multiple transcodes at home and sending them using your bandwidth. So instead of just the bandwidth for one stream, you can do it for multiple streams, and maybe one of those can be AV1. Now, I say maybe because you still got to get selected to get into the beta. It's select people. I think you can just get like the basics, but to use the advanced codecs, you still got to get selected. And I also wanted to bring this up because 4 days ago, OBS, which is what I use to stream and record the show, Jordan uses it to stream on Thursdays, to Twitch, they finally added the compatibility bits needed. So Linux users, we're going to be able to participate and play along using, if we get into the enhanced broadcasting beta, which means the update, which caught my eye, you'll be able to send your system data to Twitch so they can analyze it and determine what configuration. So hope you don't mind doing that.
It's like a worse Steam hardware survey.
Yeah, and like there's no way around it if you want to like use this. Like you got to send us those digits, because this is, you don't see anybody using this because this is an absolute if you would have given me this engineering problem, this is what I would come up with, like as the worst case scenario of just Rube Goldberg bullshit. Like, people don't understand this. They're doing good. If you got the average streamer, even huge streamers, no idea. They click the button, go. That's it. Codecs, no idea. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, getting the, like, this has got to be so automated and it's going to fail. And it's, again, over a year later and it's still in beta. So there you go. AV1's going to be hopefully the solution. You know, a bunch of companies got together and they're like, hey, here's a collection of our patents. We promise not to like sue each other.
One thing the article did bring up, though, is that may not be as true as we think, because apparently it's something to do with patent pools, where some companies are actually like charging licenses for AV1, even though they're not supposed to, because they're charging for access to the patent pool, and they're like also including AV1, which you don't need, but they're still, I don't know. Apparently
they're not supposed to be doing that. It's like that's like people throwing bogus DCMA copyright claims out on stuff they didn't make, hoping to try to make some shutter. The way I read it anyway.
I think either way, it does gum up the adoption.
There's a lot of booga, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly where that booga has come from ever since AV1, and it's called the Impact Alliance.
Of course. Yes.
Like you need you license hours and you don't have to worry about that. See, and like worry about what? Well, that could theoretically happen. So here we are, AV1, pretty much where we were this time last year, I think, when we talked about it. And Twitch is still predicting like years for a full AV1 HEVC rollout, just for general, so you can just like stream normally. And this would be better for you at home, better for you watching, less bandwidth, higher quality. But I think one thing I've learned more so in the last couple of years, I learned a lot doing like actually studying stuff and like looking at our metrics and stuff that are made available on Twitch, is people don't give a damn. The average viewer is on a sub like 10-inch screen. Like we're second, tertiary, being monitored in a window. Even if they get that open, we might be in a tab. So it'll be counted as like just audio listening. And like long as the pixels are moving around a little bit, like they don't care. But it will be a benefit for everybody. Maybe. I don't know, man. If you got some hot thoughts, some hot takes on AV1 and AV1 accessories, and you want to tell us about them, head over to Linux Gamecast. Hey, come check out our latest episode of Weekly Daily Wednesdays. Welcome to the Thunderverse. We do that. But click on that contact tab. Got a couple of things here, man. You know, just some basic rules if you want to be on the show, if you got a crowdfunding campaign, if you got AV video questions, audio stuff, or just general fucking around technology stuff, head over to my site, Interfacing Linux. I'll be happy to hit you up over there. And of course, we got an email address. Easiest way to do it, though, just leave a comment on YouTube, or if you're one of our awesome party patrons, drop it down there and I'll get back to you personally, no matter which type. Guaranteed.
So we got one this week. This is from, how do you pronounce this? I
do too, but yeah, no.
I parsed it as like Seaporn, but like CPRN. Let's default to the safe one. They wrote in, they're being nice. We'll extend some courtesy. And they write, Prince of Persia on the Schneider Euro PC with 512 kilobytes of RAM, no HDD. Lol, had to load DOS from one diskette and then the game from another. I played other games before that on an Atari console and on a borrowed Commodore 64, but can't remember their titles. Also, I don't know if either counts. What was this in response to?
Last week. Yeah. What was the first game you played on PC? And then I had to like realize that I needed to define PC. And I'm like, well, mine was an Apple II that I can remember like actually sitting and playing. So yeah, like all of that counts, man. Was it a computer that like you were personally using? I think that qualifies, right? Yeah, C64 absolutely. Was a computer. Atari, depending on what version of an Atari, because like they had Atari mini PCs, and which are completely different than like just the gaming consoles. But and do you throw like the original NES in there? Because like. The original product was like Famicom. It was like family computer, and there was like theoretically supposed to be like other software for it. So I don't know. Okay, yeah. If you were in Japan and you had some of the accessories, I will give you that on technicality. But all the North American, European shit, no. That was just 100% console because none of that shit existed. Fair enough for that market. First PC. Apple II for me way back in the day, and I'm sure people get plenty of stories. And do you remember what was your first real PC when you're like, I got a real PC, I got a real computer? No, you upgraded from a computer that you had, but now you had a real PC. So I played Diablo on like my mom's old computer. And then when I turned 13 for my bar mitzvah, because I'm a good Jewish boy, I got from my mom's IT guy, I got a Pentium 4 with some ancient NVIDIA card. I'm just imagining your mom just has an IT guy just for her. No, it was the company that made Beanie Babies, actually. But that's no fun. I like the idea of your mom just having an IT guy. Yeah, she's very, very needy. And and after that, it's just like on calls. She's like, "Hey, big guy, come here." Oh man, that was and anyone who has like deals with their extended family and does IT, everybody's feeling what I just said at home. I'm like, we're high. Everyone had that flashback from the one family dinner where they're just terrible memories. First real PC. Yeah, so it was a Pentium 4. It had some NVIDIA card. It came with No One Lives Forever, so I played a bunch of that. Oh man, yeah. Oh, we're getting a new GoldenEye game from Nintendo too.
so I don't have no idea what the fucking right situation is, because like Rare owns part of it. That's owned by Microsoft, and then Nintendo has I don't know.
I'll tell everybody my first real PC. I had it was a quantum leap. I had a 286 SX, not DX. 30 meg hard drive. Had the Chrome monitor. What do you call that? Not Chrome, but the orange monitor, the CRT. Monochrome. Hey, see, we put those words together, and it worked out. 5 1/4 drive.
Mono means one. Chrome means Chrome.
Yeah. I upgraded it. I put a 1.44 meg drive into it, which was like crazy, because then I could install things off the the high density disk, and ran DOS on it. My DOS shell. Grew up in that. Went from that to a Pentium 70 with 8 megs of RAM. Like night and day difference, dude. And that was my first real PC. It didn't have a graphics acceleration in it, but it had a quad speed CD-ROM.
Ooh.
Yeah. 1.2 gigajoule hard drive. Windows 95, which I lived with. I did, because it came with a free upgrade to 98. And I played around with the 98, and I think XP was getting ready to, like, betas were out, and I'd fucked around with it but I was like, I even back then, if you look at my desktop, you're like, I like just very basic GUIs, and like, I was like, this is too much whooshy bullshit for me. And then I started playing around with Linux, and the rest of it happened like that. Pretty wild, man. Yeah.
I mean, leave another comment under this YouTube video if you got like other first PCs. Yeah, smash the bell. I don't know. Join our mailing list.
Yeah,
we have one of those, right?
We got a mailing list.
Like send a self-addressed stamped envelope to PO Box.
And if you can find us, right, we'll do the whole A-Team thing. Hey, we do have a patron. If you are one of the awesome people that makes the show possible, we thank you very much. Stick around for your name and the credits. And if you want to become one, you can do that. Patreon.com/Linux Gamecast. We got a bunch of different tiers with a bunch of different rewards, ranging from access to our super secret Discord all the way up to, hey, you want to come on the show? We'll hold a slot for you. No one's ever taken us up on that. People are at that level, but nobody's like, yeah, let me on. Everybody's like, yeah, they just like lingering that threat over our heads. We also have wishlist. If you want to pick us up something, you can do that. You can send in a note. I got somebody to thank, but I didn't have time when I got home today to get it. I got something off of my wish zone, Jordan.
Ooh.
I'll tell you about it. I don't have a name. We'll do the full thing next week.
The unboxing video.
I've already did the unboxing video because I was like, what the fuck is outside my house? I saw it when I was pulling in the driveway, dude, and I'm like, that's a big ass box. And I'm like, I'm doing the mental calculations. I'm like, what the fuck's on my wish list? And
the scrolling through, trying to remember.
Yeah.
Is anything missing? What?
I had no idea, and I like move it and pick it up, and it's not labeled. I'm like, well, let me take this inside and we'll investigate. And no, it was I don't have a way to show it off. The fold-out chair for the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like a stool or something, or
it's just like a little regular chair that you can like turn into like a fainting couch.
Okay.
Type thing, where the seat folds out like that, and it's got like legs on it.
All right.
So basically, it's a chair that's going to replace the big giant barrel chair that's just taking up way too much room in here, and then also possibly like bonus shelf for the projects that end up on the floor in here too many times.
Need to not be on the floor.
Yeah. Elevated, long dice log. So thank you, terribly mysterious person, which is, you're not terribly mysterious, and I will properly give you the praise of which you deserve for that. Yeah, that one.
Praise you like a shoe.
Praise you like a shoe. All right. Check out Jordan Thursdays. Baldur, you guys are still doing that?
We're still doing that until we get bored of it.
All right. Still having a good time with it?
Still having fun. Still there's good conversations. Jill guested on the last one.
All right.
Her and Sandy were chatting a bit. Yeah, so at the very least, like there's waiting time while things are happening, so it's kind of like a bunch of little mini podcasts. We talk about whatever. All right. It's a good time. You can play with us if you have Baldur's Gate 3 and you want to you can just shoot us a message on Thursday, be there for 7, and then yeah.
Sounds like a plan. And of course, Tuesdays and Fridays, man, we have a whole different thing we've been doing for a long time now. The TM2 crew. If you want to join us, we get together. We have a gang of people showing up on Tuesdays. We play just brand new Trackmania 2 maps. It's an old retro racing arcade game, puzzle platforming, and we flip the script on Fridays and we come in for a happy, fun RPG Adventure Time, which is basically American Ninja Warrior, but with cars. And
I would watch that. I would fucking watch that show. It's like monster trucks and shit.
It's wild, dude. It's wild. We go through it, and it's always a good time. You can go check that out, linuxgamecast.com. All right, beautiful people. That is brilliant. Thanks for hanging out, watching us live. We do the show 8 p.m. on Fridays. So let's, cue the music. You could always get in touch with me. Just reach out and be like, hey, what's going on? I'm on X, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Mastodon, we got a Facebook account. You can @reply Vinmints over on Interfacing Linux. I'll get in touch with you there. Don't send me tech support emails because then I'll be like, just post it in the forum, man. @reply.
You're not related to me. You don't get free tech support.
100%, man. And, I'm in our super secret Discord. You can get access to that if you're a Twitch sub, Patreon, or a YouTube sub. Link it up, and we're just in there talking smack the other 6 days of the week.
I'm Jordan. If you would like to lose 2 out of 3 card games to me, follow me on Blue Sky @Frojo @bsky.app or @Frojo @mastodon.linux or mastodon.linux.gamecast.com.
I just realized I got your key on, dude.
Oh,
look at your chair color.
Yeah, it's kind of
no. The chair behind you.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, and the green screen is there.
Yeah,
I was wondering if something was going to happen about that, but
no, I forgot to take it off, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought that chair was green, and see, I realized it. It took me a minute because like this is green, and that was keyed out, and I thought I recapped this, and I'm like, oh, did the screen die? No. Time for some credits.
Indeed. Oh man, we're the serious putty. We're so serious, super serial, you guys. Well, we made it. It was a long road getting from there to here. We gotta thank our advisor Arthurian. We gotta thank our executive producers 134 Ian, Kurducky, drummer Thargos, Barbramp, Scott, Atomic. We got our little Nikki fans. We got Eggy, Basil, Empty, and Casey. And we got Sea Monsters.
John, Dirty Dean, Angel, Dementor, System TRL, Rhetorix Machina, Vertiduda, Truggy, Mike, and Kaijurai.
We got some Death Notes. We got Ridisk, Mark J, Tara, Oilahobe, Benjamin Nova, Chad Romeo, Turnover, Martin Renee, Leonardo King, Chris, Jill, Steve, and Steve.
And a ton of chairlings all over our face, chest, and neck, like Brock, Darkving, Mr. Alert, Jason.
Oh, so not appearing in this podcast. Sandy.
Yeah, that punk-ass Sandy Martin, who looks like Steve Buscemi in a Buddy Holly biopic all of a sudden.
For whatever reason, I thought the nose is like, is this Jodie Foster in drag? I don't know.
I mean, listen, whatever works for you, man. I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah, it might. I don't know.
You never know, right?
Talk about some contact, am I right?
Oh, all right. You know the drill. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. But
toodles.
Yeah, get out there. Dynafire. See you next week. Hey, 30.5 degrees, baby.
No. It only went up half a degree. That's not bad.
Not bad. I mean, it's
5 dudes.